Going on, guys? Bringing you a moveset video here this morning. Um, this is a Drapion with Assault Vest on it. A little bit of backstory as to how I came up with this set. The team that I have it on here, the team originally started out with like a Scarfed Infernape and a Crocodile, and I think the only Pokemon that I had on the team originally was Milotic because I really wanted to use it because it's one of my favorite Pokemons of all time. And as time went on, I had like an Assault Vest Goodra on it and some other stuff, and then I found out that there were some inconsistencies with it. I had crippling fairy weakness, and with Specs Sylveon running around, you never want to have a weakness to fairies really at all. As you can tell, for this team, I actually have two resists, two fairy types on here because, like I said, Sylveon is such a threat in the tier right now, as well as Conkeldurr. That's why I have the Crobat on this team, is because that's like the only thing I know of in the moment that checks it. If you don't have a Crobat on your team, then Conkeldurr just destroys it. And even if it has Ice Punch, it can still destroy your team. There's almost nothing that really checks Conkeldurr fully. But anyway, back to the moveset. So as I was going through the team, looking for what I actually needed on the team, I noticed that I'd wanted a Dark type because I was running into a lot of Espeons on the ladder. Sometimes you can like not run into any of them at all, like ever, and then sometimes you just like run into like a bunch of them. Like with me, like I had like 10 games in a row where every team had an Espeon on it. So I was like, well, I need a Dark type. And I came up and I looked through UU and I didn't really see anything that fit the team well. There was Crocodile, but Crocodile would have given me more of a water weakness, which I didn't want, and a grass weakness as well, which I didn't want. And so I went through RU and I saw Drapion. I was like, Drapion. Okay, let's try Drapion. And I didn't know what set really to use. I looked on Smogon, and all it had was stuff for RU, and I think they were like defensive variants with like Black Sludge maybe, and some other stuff like that. Now, I was watching Blame Shoot stream one time. I believe it was his, and he was using an Assault Vest Drapion, and I was like, let's try that out. So I slapped an Assault Vest on it, but I didn't remember the 4 moves that he had on it, and I looked on YouTube. And for some reason, I couldn't find. He must have not uploaded the session that I watched on his stream where he used this. And I didn't see any videos, not many videos of an Assault Vest Drapion actually on YouTube in general. So I thought, well, maybe somebody else would think this is a fun set to use and would try it out in UU, because that's what this is, the UU team. And I put it on there, and there's a few things you got to work around. Certain things you can't switch into, things that have a pretty high special attack stat you can't switch into. But we have Milotic for that. So there's certain things you can't switch, it can't switch in on. But this thing will pretty much guarantee at least take 1 hit from anything in the tier. I'm trying to think that even after rocks damage, I don't think that this thing has been OHKO'd yet. Even with the crit. Maybe once or twice with a crit. I can't really remember because I've been using this set for a few days now and I played a lot of games with this team. It's hard to remember all the games I played. Let's talk about the moves here. Knockoff, of course. Stab knockoff is always the best thing ever. Poison jab. More stab. It's got a 30% chance to poison, and the poison jab on this thing, it's kind of reminded me of Scald recently at the last couple of days that I've been playing, because it just seems like every time I hit a poison jab on something, it gets to poison. I can't tell you how many Blastoises I've gotten a poison on after just one poison jab. It's kind of funny. We have Earthquake. Earthquake is for things like the Nidos, Nidoking, and Nidoqueen, even though I haven't been seeing them that much, but Nidoking's pretty common. Some other things Uh, you know, Arcanine and uh, Entei don't appreciate an Earthquake from Drapion at all. And just some other things that are weak to ground types. I'm trying to think right off. I was going to say Doublade, but actually knockoff Rex Doublade a lot more than Earthquake does. Well, then the fourth move we have is Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail is basically because another threat in the tier, at least for me, it seems like I always struggle with it, is Mamoswine. A Giga Drain from Sceptile wrecks it, but how many Mamoswines don't have Ice Shard on it? So I was like, shit, I need something to counter Mamoswine. Well, I tried Aqua Tail, and it worked. I don't believe it's Oko. I think it's a 2-hit KO, but Drapion's defenses allows it to tank hits pretty good. Even if it has Earthquake, because this thing is weak to ground, you can kind of play around that. Like if you know he's going to go for an EQ, you go into Crobat, and then it can take an Ice Shard from it. You U-turn, and then you get the momentum, and you go into Drapion with some good health, and then he'll go for the Earthquake, and then you hit it with an Aqua Tail, and then usually after Rock's damage, he'll kill, depending on the damage range, excuse me, if you will. The EVs are pretty standard. HP and attack. Got a little bit in special defense to be able to tank a few special attacking special attacks, if you will. With the Assault Vest, I want to say this makes its special defense at like 280 something. 286 maybe? What is it? Well, it doesn't show right here, but in battles you can like go and see, and it'll say what it makes it. And I want to say it's like 286, which is pretty high, considering with its really good defense stat at 256. And then it's got good HP, good attack. Drapion's never really a Pokemon that I ever acknowledged at all because it was RU, and I don't play much RU. Like the only thing I play is UU. I play RU every now and then whenever I get frustrated with UU because the whole tier is kind of just a bunch of broken stuff, even though at the moment they're suspect testing Salamence, so that's one big threat that's gone right now. Even though there's like 2 or 3 things that need to go, one being Sylveon, the other being Conkeldurr, and the third one being Cresselia. I don't understand why that's been UU for so long. There's literally nothing that would, like, if you use Subcall Mind Cresselia in UU, it's like it's an automatic win basically. But yeah, so if y'all want to try this set out, try it out. Let me know if it works on your team. Sometimes people will use a set that I come up with, and it doesn't really work for them because not every set is going to work on every team. This set for my team works. Some teams it might not work. So try it out, see how it does for you guys. If it works and it's good and y'all like it, then great. And if it doesn't fit on your team and you think it sucks, then and you don't know what I'm talking about, then that's fine too. You can tell me about it in the comments section how it does on your team. I really want to know. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time in the next moveset video. Peace out.